Welcome to Trinity Valley Community College. At TVCC, we're more than a college, we're a community, a place where you can connect, grow, and create a future you're proud of. We provide you a variety of pathways and hands-on learning opportunities to find your path and success in the Valley. We offer you classroom settings where you aren't lost in the crowd, but stand out. Why attend TVCC? Why not? So what are you waiting for? Come find your pathway in the Valley and become a Cardinal today.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cardinal Cast, a weekly program originating from our beautiful campus here at Athens, Texas. If you want information how you can become a Cardinal, check out our website at tvcc.edu. Now, let's sit back and enjoy Cardinal Cast with our president, Jason Morrison.
Welcome to the Cardcast. It's a beautiful Wednesday. You know, the show's moved from Thursday to Wednesday. I think this is what, third one that's on a Wednesday? Yeah. I was gone last week, so third one on Wednesday at our new day, same time, talking all things Trinity Valley, all the things that are happening. We're gearing up for fall enrollments. We're going to be talking about fall enrollment for the agriculture program and ranch management program today, and things that are happening out at the ranch. But before we get started with our show, we want to remind our audience out there the mission of Trinity Valley Community College. You want to go for it, Mark? Nope. Transforming lives through affordable and accessible education. Today, our guest is Mark Robinson. He is the man when it comes to all things agriculture at Trinity Valley Community College. He is really the face of the program for how long is it? I mean, how long you been here, Mark?
29 years.
29 years. So he has pretty much built this ranch management program and agriculture program at Trinity Valley and has done some amazing things for the college and advancement of student learning. And we're going to talk about some of the things that your students have done after Trinity Valley and what's unique about your program and all the things that you're doing, and also the beef judging show team. And I mean, probably one of the most successful beef judging show teams in the country, because I know every time y'all come back, y'all have to rent a vehicle just to bring all the ribbons back for championships. What's going on there, and just all the excitement around the program and some updates coming to your program. So Mark, welcome to the show. But for the people that may not know who you are, just kind of tell a little bit about yourself and your passion. What got you into agriculture and ranch management?
Well, I was born and raised in Stewards Mill, Texas.
Where is that?
7 miles northeast of Fairfield. And it was a very old community, ranching and farming community, just a whole history of family and agriculture. And so I was raised there. Some of the time I did live a few other places, but most of my life there. So, you know, my first herd of cattle was when I was 14 years old, and I started building from there. And then I decided to study agriculture. Went to Navarra College 2 years. They had a really strong...
We won't hold that against you.
Hey, it was a great program back then. So, you know, the ag program was, you know, but it's that way gave me, you know, that I think maybe that was one of the reasons they kind of liked me for this job, because I saw the value of a junior college, and it was really good opportunity. And the transition from there to Sam Houston State was very easy for me. And then I worked for the prison system, putting myself through college in Huntsville, and then I ended up.
He worked for the prison system.
Yes, and then I actually was in the ag department down here at Palestine, Tennessee Colony, for a few years. I worked in the swine operation. I worked in the cattle operation, and we had about 80 horses. So I had that experience, and then I saw the job opening at the college, and I would love to do that. And actually someone kind of discouraged me. Oh, you're not going to get that job, but I think I'm going to apply for it anyway, just in case. And it all worked out. I've loved what I do for 29 years. It's been wonderful. A lot of my former students have gone on to do, you know, some amazing things. A lot of them actually become ag teachers. Not, of course, anywhere near all of them, but a lot of them.
You've had ag teachers, vets, extension agents. I mean,
a little of everything, you know. But that's them, you know, and the good Lord helping them. But it's, you know, we've had just a little part of it in helping them along their way, and that's something, you know, that really is a good feeling to know.
Well, let's talk about, because a lot of people may not think at a 2-year college that there are robust agriculture programs. And here at Trinity Valley, we have a robust ag program, and we even own and operate a ranch. Talk about the ranch.
Sure.
real
I mean, we have our ranch is only 7 to 8 miles west of Athens. It's really handy, 254 acres. And the college acquired that in 1975, so we've had it a long time. A whole entire herd of Charolais cattle, registered Charolais cattle, were donated to the college in the early 80s, and that's why we raise Charolais cattle, because the first herd was donated to us, and we've just improved on it through the years. And the beef cattle show team wasn't started by myself. It was something that I continued after I took over the management of the ranch in 2000, and it's been good. You know, a lot of students coming out of high school, they're not ready to quit showing, and maybe they don't have a ranch of their own where they're showing their own cattle, or maybe they would like the scholarship and come show for
there's
us
scholarships
too.
available.
So, you know, we have good scholarships, and I have it arranged to where the students really only have to work with the cattle 3 days a week. At home, it's 7 days a week, but we're all together out there Monday, and then half the crew's Tuesday, Thursday, half the crew is Wednesday, Friday. Our ranch ranch hand, Jonathan Haregrove, he feeds 7 days a week to keep the feeding consistent. So, you know, you come and you get a good scholarship. You only have to work with the cattle 3 days a week. You go to 5 shows with us. It's a good deal. We're finished, and we tie everything up in the early March after the Houston Livestock Show, and students are released, and you know, for the year basically. And we do a little extra community service. We help with a couple local livestock shows put that on, and our students work the ring and the staging area and make them you know, just run more smoothly. So that's that. But we have a lot of different students have gone on. I have one student that's, you know, and she is right now a dairy inspector, but she started out after A&M Commerce working for Border Patrol, being an agriculture inspector on the border.
Oh.
You know, carried a firearm.
We always watch that
everything.
on the channel, you know, To Catch a Smuggler,
Yeah.
or the shows
So-
on the different shows. My wife always says, that'd be a fun job.
Yeah, I don't know. I never talked to her in detail exactly what she did, but she loves her job inspecting dairies for the Texas Health and Human Services, I believe is where that is. But there's you know, a lot of ag business degrees. You know, that's really broad. Students have gone into a lot of different areas in ag business. Professional ag graduates are you know, there's not enough of them. There's like 60,000 jobs opening up every year, 35,000 graduates to fill those jobs. But that's the 4-year jobs, and no telling how many opportunities there are with just the 2-year graduates, just opening doors. They don't always manage ranches. We have quite a few students that are managing ranches, but they use that degree to open doors for other careers. So.
But even if you have to go on and get a 4-year degree, you can come to the Valley. If you want to get in the beef show team, we have many people that are on our radio team that are in the ag program. You can get scholarships. So when you do transfer, look how much money you've saved in the process to get that 4-year degree.
Sure.
I mean, even go on and get a master's and so
And
forth.
you know, back to why you do it, you know, you either have a passion for agriculture, you know, basically feeding and clothing people, that's what we do, or you don't, you know. And it's not just in the field. It's you know, the business aspect, the technical aspect. There's ag engineering. There's, of course, developing software. There's the ag lending business. It's extremely broad.
And it's I mean, I'm assuming you've seen it change so much with the introduction of technology, GPS and drones and all that have entered the ag industry, that it's really kind of changed the ag world.
It's just helped. It's just enhanced what we do, and just makes us more efficient, and just better. But I don't know. The fundamental aspect of ag is still, you know, growing plants,
kind of the grassroots,
growing plants in soil, and growing, you know, livestock and milk and wool. But you know,
the technology just gives us more data.
It does.
We'll talk about, you know, you talk about the Charolais cattle. About how many heads do we have, and kind of talk about the management of that cattle and raising that cattle, because they know every year you have new ones, little ones coming along,
Right.
And all the students have their hands on that process. And
Just yesterday, the new beef cattle show team coming in this fall, there's 11 of them, and they met yesterday at the college ranch, and we picked out the young calves that we're going to show this fall. We have some that we showed last year we're going to continue to show, but we picked out the new ones and had a real good day. But we run about 65 registered cows, and then we raise the bull calves until they're breeding age. They're going to be 14 or 15 months old before we sell them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're fertility checked and all. So, but when we have 2 calving seasons, we have half of that 65 is calving in the fall, half of it's calving in the spring. And so every semester, it's another thing, every semester our students have the same experience. In other words, that we have different classes that will work the cattle during the labs, but every semester we have the same work that's coming up again on another set of animals.
Mm-hmm.
And they get a lot of hands-on experience out there. And then the heifers, we show bulls and heifers, and it just kind of depends on whether we have more bulls or more heifers, or how competitive the animals are going to be. And we don't really put a limit on, we're only going to show so many bulls or so many heifers. This year we're going to actually have more bulls because there was a lot more bull calves to pick from. So,
Well, I know you had one that you showed last year, a little young, up and coming one, Miss Brennan. How's
Yeah.
Miss Brennan developing?
she's going to be shown again this year. We'll see how she. Sometimes they show better the second year than they do the first year, and you never know. But she's
Well,
looking
the students
good.
tell me she was really young and had to get adjusted. And
She's looking good, and she's gonna have a baby. She's bred, so
Okay.
that'll give her a bigger belly, and she'll look better in the show ring. So we'll see how that goes.
It's the only time you can get away with saying that. But no, but I think, what fascinates me about your program, Mark, is the hands-on and how involved the students get in, and there's not upperclassmen. They have to jump right in. And that's what's always made me excited about the program is how engaged the students are and how engaged you are with the students in making sure they're learning the right things and at the right time and operating the ranch facility, because there's a lot to that. And Jonathan does an amazing job. Sometimes he's out there all by himself and pulling cows when there's a pregnancy problem. I remember he did that a couple of years ago. He was there on the spot, and of course he doesn't like the camera as much. He's
real modest, but he is definitely a very good worker, and he's a graduate of our program, and then he went to East Texas at Commerce, and then we're happy to have him, and hopefully he'll be here for many more years. But he's a
hard worker.
He's a hard worker, self-motivated, and very knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm. Well, what else, what would you like to say to potential students out there that they're not as familiar with an agriculture program at a 2-year college? What would you like to say some different things that they would be introduced to? Because we got the agriculture part, and then we got the ranch management part. What other parts?
We take quite a few field trips as well, because we have a cattle ranch and we don't have sheep, we don't have hogs. We will take field trips to expose our students to those kind of operations.
And Coach has another aspect to the ag program where he teaches some mechanics.
He does ag power units class, ag construction, and those are both transfer ag classes. Of course, we combine the transfer ag classes and the workforce education ranch management classes together for our 2-year degrees or certificates. And what we have, we're broad. We cover those students that are wanting to transfer to university and those students that are ready to go to work after they complete 2 years in that ranch management program. So, different people say, well, you just have a 2-year program. Well, we have a 2-year transfer ag program, which is designed for students wanting to transfer, and we have a 2-year program for them to, go into the workforce.
So the ones that are transferring, they're kind of set up at that point to determine which avenue they want to go when they go to their 4-year.
Right. With us, you're taking the basic ag classes. You're not majoring in any one field, and all of our courses will transfer. And then if once you get to the university, hopefully you will by then decide which field of agriculture you want to major in, which there is a lot of different fields. So something will spark your interest. Hopefully the first 2 years is the way that it worked, and
the thing is,
that direction.
It's a field of study that's not going anywhere.
No,
we're always going to need it, and I think sometimes we think we get so caught up in modernization and technology, we forget some things are just back to basics. As you said right before the show, you got to grow and you got to.
Well, it's job security in the agriculture field because I don't think any of us are going to stop eating or wearing clothes. So, it's job security, and it evolves into many different jobs today that didn't exist several years ago because of the technology. So it's to me it's rewarding on two aspects. I mean, we're putting our part of feeding and clothing people into our careers, but then also on the teaching aspect, it's really rewarding because you're helping young people. And I think all high school ag teachers they teach them so many different things that'll help them in life, from public speaking to welding to carpentry. And I mean, there's a lot of skills that are learned. I learned how to weld in high school ag, and I'm don't weld a lot, but when I do, I know how, and I can fix something. So,
well, if you ever need some pointers, just let me know. I mean, Tom said I'm probably one of the best ones ever just to pop into his welding facility and just break out some welds.
I mean, we do have a vocational welding program that's excellent under Tom Sherham here. So that's a different area than ag, but it's some of our ag students will take a welding class or two down there.
Well, I mean, it's a much needed program, and it provides, always the students. Many of the students have grown up on ranches and grown up on farms, and they seem so kind of more disciplined at things. They've been up early hours, late hours, and so it's always fun to kind of visit with those students and talk about what they're learning and everything. What about, some people may not realize you do some of your own AI stuff, and we're not talking about the new age of AI, the old age of AI.
Well, we're involved in, we artificially inseminate cows every breeding season. That would be the 1st of December and the 1st of May, fall or spring calving. So we do a lot of AI work. We also do embryo work, but we let Champion Genetics pull the oocytes on the in vitro fertilization aspect of that, or if we're doing a conventional, we let people that do it every day, because if you don't practice that all the time, you're not going to be as good at it. So we're going to pay to have our embryo work done.
But the students get introduced to a lot of the concepts.
Oh, they do. And Brent, when he teaches his animal reproduction class, they always tour Champion Genetics and get an in-depth look at that operation and what they do. And that's in Canton. It's only 30 miles away or less, so it's real convenient. And but yeah, we are always trying to improve our genetics by purchasing an animal here or there, by purchasing national semen from national champion bulls, or from high EPD performance bulls. So.
Okay. Well, you got some updates coming to your program, probably this fall and early spring. We're going to do some renovations to your on-campus facility, kind of pretty that up a little bit, some internal, just make it just more welcoming, inviting students. We have submitted for a grant that will possibly do some things out at the ranch to help advance student learning. So a lot of exciting things coming to the ag program. So what is one of the things you're most excited about as far as new things that are happening for the ag program?
New things that are happening, probably the renovations we've had at the college ranch this year, that they're probably going to have this next year. And we wanted a hay barn for a lot of years, and now we have that. It's really nice.
You don't just have a hay barn.
It is really nice. Concrete floor, and I mean, you can drive a big tractor on
9,600 square foot hay barn.
Put 800 bales in it if we need to. So yeah, it's really nice. And then the rodeo grounds right across the pasture, they're getting renovations over there as well.
Can we call it the Haystrodome?
Yeah. That would work.
Like the Astrodome,
from
the
the distance, it looks like a miniature Astrodome for sure.
Well, I mean, much needed. I mean,
yeah. And then we were really happy about the renovations in our ag building. Half of it's drywall. We got all new flooring, all new ceiling, and we did our lobbies bigger, but getting new metal on the outside, the top, and also getting drywall on the rest of the building. It's just going to make it like a brand new building and. We're looking forward to that too.
Yeah, that's all in the works and in our planning process. We'll go pending, as always, pending board approval. We'll get that all worked out and get to work on that. It's just exciting to see, improvements made, because we're making improvements for the students. We're investing in the students and their learning, and it increases their opportunity. As we were talking about, you've got someone that's a dairy inspector, ag extension office. You've got people that become vets. you have a lot of students that have had a lot of success, ag teachers, and so they're continuing the mission of teaching. But you also have a lot of community involvement. Talk about the community involvement in your ag program. You have an advisory board that you get
We do
feedback from.
have a ranch management advisory board and have people from all aspects of agriculture and related to ranch management, and many that are ranch managers that serve on it. And they meet with us and advise us on what we should be teaching. And, if we need, for this grant, we needed some letters of support. We needed some letters of, how they felt like this would benefit our program, what we were asking for. So they were very helpful in providing those letters to us and those surveys. So
I think they're the boots on the ground. They see the need for students,
Mhm.
and the need for Trinity Valley to go out and recruit and bring more students through the program and get them on a pathway and kind of the agricultural pathway. So we're more than happy to be able to provide that service to our industry partners, so to speak.
I would like to add something real quick. Dr. Joe Townsend down at A&M, he's deceased now, and he was a wonderful man and did so much for many students, including my son who attended A&M. But one time I always go to the agricultural consortium meetings, and we meet with the university chairs and the junior college chairs every year. But he was talking about how the big oil companies hire ag business majors all the time, and from there at A&M and others, and because they understand business, but more than anything, they have the work ethic, and that's what they go for. They go for students that have shown animals or they've been raised on a farm. They have a good work ethic. They're not afraid of work. They stay busy, but yet they have a business background that works really good. So ag business works really good in ag fields, but it also works in the oil industry. And just a few months ago, I was talking to a pipeline supervisor. They were building another pipeline through our ranch, and we had that conversation. He said, our big boss over our pipeline, he was an ag economics major. And I'm like, there you go.
Well, what I liked about the program is I can take my daughter out there, and they hook her up with a horse, and she can go out there and have a good time, and I don't have to buy a horse or a cow. But no, it's really great to watch the students and how they come through the program and the growth and maturity. What would you like to say? And I know we have a brand new website, just about a couple months old, and it has I bet you Jorge is about to show us what that website looks like for the ag program. How can students learn more information? Can they come by and visit with you, and you take them on a tour and tell them about the program?
The nice thing about a junior college, you get a lot of personal attention, and that's what I try to let people know. It's not like you're another number. And you're not going to be really farmed off to students to help you or the school relations department. Brent Bratton is the other ag teacher and the rodeo coach. It's going to be he or I that we're going to address you directly, and we're going to give you tours of the ranch with your parents. We do that all the time. So it's more of a hands-on approach. And, we have a news website, but it really is not it's nice and probably condensed, and that's probably what everybody's looking for today rather than as broad as what we once had. But we have scholarship applications on our website that are specifically for our ag department, our beef cattle show team, our department scholarships. So students can go to that website, download the scholarship apps, and it has a good look to it. Jorge, who's behind the scenes over here, made a really good recruiting video for us, and that's linked. And it's on our Facebook page. We have 2 Facebook pages that give a lot of exposure to what we do. The TVCC Beef Cattle Show Team, and then the Trinity Valley Community College Ag and Ranch Management. That's kind of the way they read on Facebook. So
that's where I get all my information to see how well we did in the shows.
And Brent Bratton has one for the rodeo team. It's TVCC rodeo team, or I think it's written completely. There's another TVCC, but it's not Trinity Valley. So I think he writes it all the way out. Trinity Valley Community College Rodeo.
Might be that Treasure Valley.
That's it, Treasure Valley. So,
But now, I always say Trinity Valley has such a gem with its agriculture program. I think some may not realize, always aware that we have it, and they're raising the ranch and the cattle. But it's a tremendous asset to the college in advancing student learning, and the amount of hands-on activities the students have. It is truly, I always like to say, it's one of those marquee programs that we have at the Valley, and we want to see more see what more we can do to the program to help elevate what you do. And Mark, we got to wrap up now, but I appreciate you being on the show and all the information you're providing to our audience and potential students out there. Your program truly is a marquee program and a gem at the Valley. So thank you for being on the show today. Last thing you would like to say to potential students out there? Is there still a chance I can join the show team if I'm really good?
Sure. I mean, there's no age limit.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah,
ouch.
But no, there really isn't. So, most of our show team members are young, but hey, there is no age limit. We show in the open shows, not the junior shows.
Okay.
So that's not a problem. But yeah,
I guess I'll just have to call Brent, see if I can get on the radio team.
Anybody that wants to know anything about our program, I'm definitely available. Email is probably the best, and then we could go maybe to a phone call after that. But mrobinson@tvcc.edu, or bbratton@tvcc.edu would be Brent on the rodeo coach program. But we would love to show you what we have to offer. I think you would be impressed with the way our facilities have come along, and we can talk more about different paths of what you can do for a living if you haven't already figured that out, and give you lots of things to think about.
Well, Mark, we appreciate you, and we'll be signing off here. And who do we have next week, Jorge? Oh, we got coaches in the house, because you know what? It's getting close to the start of season. Football season will be here before you know it. Soccer season and volleyball season will all be starting before you know it. So it'll be exciting to have our coaches, Patty, Poe, and Adam in the house next week. Well, until next week, executive producer, sign us off. All right.
Did you know agriculture is the world's largest industry? 86% of Texas land is in agriculture. 98.5% of ag operations are family-run. Agriculture employs 1 in 7 working Texans, and we're top exporters too. At Trinity Valley Community College, we're proud to be a part of that story. Meet Mark Robinson and Brent Bratton, over 40 years of experience. Learn skills like preg testing, vaccinations, branding, and more at our 254-acre ranch. Join our beef cattle show team or rodeo team to show off your skills. Build leadership through Ag Club and compete in events. Small enough for one-on-one instruction, big enough to learn together. TVCC tuition is a third of the cost versus four-year universities, and scholarships are available now. We've got the land, the experts, the experience. All we're missing is you. What are you waiting for? Apply today at tvcc.edu.